Hi guys, this is an update on Misbah's mother's cancer. Sorry it's took so long, but I've been gathering information for months and waiting for test results to come back. Misbah's mother has multiple myeloma, which is a blood cancer, where her own bone marrow creates abnormal blood plasma cells, which multiply and spreads within the bone, weakening it, which eventually group up into tumours around the body. There are treatments and drugs to try and keep it under control, but currently there's no known cure. When she was first diagnosed, as you can imagine, her family was completely devastated. Misbah's already lost his father to cancer when he was younger, lost his little sister to a pointless medical mistake. Then, a loved uncle who was helping the family out died to a blood clot, and he was in disbelief that a fourth tragedy could hit them again where he could lose his mother as well. Imagine taking your mother to hospital with swollen legs, her having a blood test, then you being told she has cancer. When she was first diagnosed, we didn't know how bad it was, or how long she had left to live, if it was a few years or just a few months, and at the time we were all fearing the worst. That's why I started a GoFundMe page right away to help Misbah look after his mother, and get her anything she needs to make her comfortable and keep her well as long as possible. Thank you so much for everyone who's donated so far. It makes a huge difference to them, and you are helping him to get things he needs to help his mother and to keep her well. And thank you everyone who's shared his GoFundMe page. The only way it works is if you share it so new people can see it, then pass it on. So if you haven't already, please share it with everyone you know and post it on your social media pages, please. I know times are hard and it's been a totally crap year, but if you have any spare money, if you can, please think about donating, as anything you can give will help them out so much. Thank you. These first few months for Misbah has been a living hell for him, not knowing how bad the cancer was and waiting for the test results. He was in agonising pain, all his joy had died, and he was constantly feeling a punch in his stomach, so he didn't eat much. He barely got any sleep, as he would wake up in a panic, then lay there for hours with his mind racing 1,000 miles an hour, worrying about his mother, till exhaustion hit, fall asleep for a bit, and wake up again and repeat till morning. With very little sleep for months, he was in a daze, with his mind completely scrambled and unable to think. He had enough to deal with, so I spent the last few months trying to help him out by trying to find every treatment or possible experimental cure for his mother. Thank you to everyone who's posted ideas on treatments. I read through all your comments and it helped me out a lot and gave me new ideas to look into. Out of all the treatments, the current most effective one seems to be intensive chemotherapy followed by a bone marrow transplant, where they take a bone marrow out, clean it free of cancer cells, then give her high levels of chemo, then transplant the clean bone marrow back into her. It sounds painful and dangerous, as her bone marrow produces her immune system and protects her, but it seems to be the best option right now if they can do that for her. There is a new experimental treatment being developed in a hospital in the US, Texas, but it seems to be an offshoot from a COVID treatment for a multiple myeloma cancer vaccine, where they take samples of a bone marrow, genetically sequence it, and get the body's immune system to target and kill that form of cancer. But it's only in stage 1 trials at the moment, which is mainly to see if it's safe to use, so it's years away from being a viable widespread treatment, if it's even successful. It can be used on other forms of cancer as well, so if you want to look into it to help you or someone you know, search for mRNA therapeutics and vaccines, CAR T-cell therapy and immunotherapy. Hopefully that might help you. Okay, on to what we know so far. So Misbah's mother's had a full body scan and they've finally got her results back. Now keep in mind that some things might get lost in translation, as the doctor speaks English, which is Misbah's third language, about medical terms, which is hard enough to understand as it is. But we think it's good news in this bad situation, and that the scans show that she doesn't currently have any tumours in her body, which is a huge relief. Yes, her body's still making cancerous cells, and she's having treatment to kill those, so there aren't so many. But at the moment, we haven't grouped up or turned into a tumour, so that's a massive relief and has hopefully given her longer to live. There's still a dark cloud over the family because she still has cancer, but they feel a little more relaxed and more like themselves, as there's no longer a timer ticking down over her head with just a few months to live on it. At the moment, Misbah takes his mother to hospital to get chemo once a week, and she's taking tablets every day to try and control it. She's also taking black seed oil that somebody in the comments suggested, so thank you for that. Misbah dreads the days he drives her to hospital, as it's a place of grief and bad memories, where he spent weeks there in pain as he lost his beloved father, little sister and uncle. He spends most of his time now looking after his mother, doing what he can to help her, as if she lifts anything it could damage her spine even more. She's in constant pain, so they're thinking about doing a vertebroplasty, which is to have cement injected into the bones of her spine to make them stronger and hopefully make her more comfortable. Misbah prays for his mother many times a day, and thank you so much for everyone who's prayed with him and for them. I think it gives him strength and helps him as well. You help to give him hope that his prayers will be answered, so please keep praying for them. The short amount of time Misbah has for himself, I try to spend it with him, playing or watching something, trying to take his mind off everything so he's not thinking about it, and relax his mind. But if something bad happens or is a problem, it can bring him right down again. Misbah is the head of a family now, leaving him very little time to do anything else. He looks after his mother and all his younger brothers, deals with all the treatments, the doctors, the government forms, runs a family and sorts out all their problems. It's never-ending stress for him, and he always goes to bed exhausted every night and falls asleep within a few minutes. Nowadays, no bad news is a good day. Misbah and his mother still needs our help. Because he's spending his savings to look after his mother, buying her healthy foods, medicines, vitamins, a fuel to drive her to a hospital and everyday stuff, he's started to worry now the money's running out. He brought her a new bed to make her more comfortable, as her crushed vertebrae is very painful, but he would still like to get her a new chair for her back, and a wheelchair to leave the house as it hurts her to walk or even stand. When his mother was diagnosed with cancer, he decided to marry as it was his mother's biggest wish. She wants to see Misbah marry and start a family so he's not alone and has a future. We don't know what the future holds, but she can't be on chemo forever as it will start to wear her body down and start harming her. The mother arranges a marriage ceremony and deals with the bride, so to be safe we want Misbah to marry as soon as possible. Him getting married will make his mother very happy and lift her spirits, and Misbah seems to be looking forward to it as well. He's found a woman he likes, he just needs the money to get married. As it's something we can make happen, I need your help to raise money and get the goal past 20,000, hopefully more. That would be enough to keep going and be able to look after his mother, and for Misbah to get married as well. His savings were supposed to go towards a wedding, but those have been steadily going down as he's been looking after her and not be able to do anything else. That's the main bulk of the money we need. The rest was just in case they did develop a vaccine and we would have to send her to another country to cure her, but I'm focusing on what can help the family now. So please, go to his GoFundMe page and give whatever you can spare, even if you can only give a few bucks, as every little helps. Thank you so much for everyone who's donating. You have helped keep his mother healthy and relieve some stress in this terrible time when he couldn't have handled any more. And thank you everyone who shared his GoFundMe page. Please try and share it with everyone you know and on your social media, and get them to pass it on to their friends and people they know, because it's the only way it works. You have helped Misbah and his family and made a difference. With his mother having cancer, I guess there's always going to be a dark cloud over Misbah's life, but he seems a bit more relaxed and more like his old self since his mother's been getting treatment to fight it. I managed to get him laughing again for the first time in 2 months, so that's a good improvement. Before all this hit, he wanted to start up doing YouTube again, so I'm going to try and get him to make videos again when he has time. I think it will take his mind off things and give him a sense of normalcy in creating something, and hopefully he can do that as his main job. So please subscribe to his YouTube channel, Manic Misbah, as he's good at gaming and he's made some funny videos. And if you can't spare anything to donate, just share his GoFundMe page and just watch some of his videos so he'll get a little ad money. So finally, please go to his GoFundMe page now and share it. Link it on your social media and send it to your friends and tell them to pass it on. And please donate if you can spare it. You are helping to change their lives for the better. I've done everything I can do now, but I'll keep you posted with shorter updates. I know this is all depressing, but anything you can do will help. Thank you so much for your help and support, and please let's try and get the goal to 20,000. I'll keep you updated. Goodbye.